Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my NetSec YouTube channel. Today's video is gonna start with a new series, CyberArk PAS Install and Configure Lab. It is recording from my lab practice. But my first video today is going to install standalone CyberArk Vault. It's including to 3 different sections. So before installation, we have to do something, copy the files, configure the right TCP/IP settings, and then reboot the Vault. After that, we can start the Vault server installation. After the server installation, then we need to install PrivateArk client. Let's start the process before installation. I already copied the installation files to the C drive. The license key is here. The Vault installation files I have copied to here. This is CyberArk client. This is CyberArk server. We're gonna use it after we finish the preparation. We need to make sure our TCP/IP settings is correctly. Let's change the adapter settings. We don't need the IPv6. For the IPv4, we want to make sure we are in a good IP gateway. And we don't need our DNS server. There's no DNS server. For the means tab, we need to enable LM host lookup. No, we don't need to enable, we need to disable LM host lookup. Double check again, no DNS. We do need to check. We don't need to register the connections address in DNS. Don't need this as well. Basically, disable register the connection settings address in DNS. Disable LM host lookup and remove DNS settings. Okay. For link layer topology discovery responder, we need to uninstall it. Let's double check it again. We don't need a client for Microsoft Networks. No, we don't need to have file and printer sharing service. We need to reboot. We don't need a QoS scheduler. Don't need a Microsoft Network. Boot. Link layer topology discovery, we don't need that. And we deselected IPv6. IPv4 is the only thing we need. Close. Boot computer. So we signed in the Vault server again. Now we go into our second step to do Vault server installation. Go to our C drive, Vault installation files, server, the setup.exe. We need to right click on it, choose Run as administrator. Because we removed the DNS, there's a service, Windows Smart Screen service cannot reach internet, so that's normal. Now we need to choose Run anyway. This is a trusted software we're gonna install, so we can choose Run anyway. So most of the settings, you can choose next for a name. We're gonna do standalone setting installation, standalone vault installation, default folder, next, default save folder. Now it's the license folder. You can copy down a C driver, license, and everything is under the license and operator keys, operator CD folder. Next. License is on the license folder. Next. This will be operator folder. Operator CD. So we need to have our component server as our remote terminal IP address folder. Those two servers not been set up yet. We will set it up later on. But as for now, we can put it in first. That will allow the remote control agent to be installed on those two servers and make a connection to it, to our vault. This will be our PVWA and CPM server. Next. Next. So it's performing digital vault machine hardening process. Sometimes you get a failed message because of limited resources on our virtual machine. We are using SkyTab virtual machine environment to this lab. If it failed, usually means it's timed out, stopping some service with limited resources on those VM. We will see this time if we can get everything running smoothly. This time it seems okay. The hardening process completed successfully. The installation process is keep going. Now we need to enter our administrator, building administrator master password and the building administrator password. To require a reboot system, we will not do it now until we finish all installation. We have the third task to do is install a client. Same thing, we run as administrator. The smart screen will not be able to connect to internet. We just choose to run anyway. Next, next. Name and company name, choose default location, typical installation, PrivateArk. So it's asking, should we define your first PrivateArk vault now? Okay. We're gonna choose our server name, main vault. our Vault IP address, put the administrator, the default username. Now choose yes, we're gonna reboot the system. Since we finished all installations, that's all steps for installation of Vault. And we do have some post-Vault installation cleanup work to do. Our Vault server has been rebooted. Now let's verify something after post-Vault installation. Let's look at the PrivateArk server to make sure there's no error here. We all need to verify ITAF W000001 firewall is open for client communication. That's the one thing we need to verify. Second thing we need to verify is PrivateArk client. You should be able to log in our predefined built-in administrator account. We have 3 default safes in Vault: notification engine, system, and the Vault internal. Okay, then we can log out and turn off the PrivateArk client. Next step, we need to verify the Windows services. There should be 6 services installed and started. CyberArk Event Notification Engine, CyberArk Hardened Windows Firewall, running, CyberArk Logic Container, running. And there's a 3 for PrivateArk. PrivateArk Database running, PrivateArk Remote Control Agent running, PrivateArk Server running. Perfect. All those 6 CyberArk services are installed and running. So that's our post-installation checkup. The Vault installation video lab has been completed successfully. Thank you for watching.